Slammers, this week we got an awesome grudge match for you. Player 1 this week is Joyce, who's bringing Scaverous, a Scarlock Thrall, the Deathjack, a Ripjaw, a Death Ripper, Blackbane's Ghost Raiders, a minion of Bile Thralls, a Pistol Wraith, 2 Warwick Sirens, the Wither Shadow Combine, Dare Graf, and Ord Midwinter. Player 2 this week is Jeremy, who's bringing pMorvannah, Megalith, Gator and Shamblers, Tharn Blood Trackers, Tharn Ravagers with the Tharn Ravager Chief, Wartborn Skinwalkers with the Wartborn Alpha, Wolves of Orboros with the Wolf of Orboros, and a Gallows Grove. The scenario this week is 2 fronts. If you destroy your enemy's objective marker, you get 1 control point. If you control the zone, you get 1 control point. If you dominate a zone, you get 2 control points. Jacks and beasts that start within 4 inches of a friendly objective that's uncontested can run or charge for free. The way you win, you get 5 control points, or you assassinate the other person's warlock or warcaster. Let's see what our players had to say before the game.
Hey guys, so it looks like I'm fighting against Jeremy again. I don't know if I won the last time, but that's okay. I'm taking Scaverous this time. It's a little bit different, a little bit difficult, but I've been practicing on him and hopefully it'll pay off now. I'm also taking with him Dara. It's my first time using him too, but he seemed like a good idea to take with Scaverous and all sorts of things, and Deathjack too. I don't like really playing Deathjack, but he also seems to fit in pretty well this time. I'm really nervous because I've heard about this list and I've heard how awful it is, and it's like last time, but worse. But I think I'll be okay. Maybe. I think I need help.
Hey folks, welcome back. So this week I'm going to be playing against Joyce. Some of you may remember that I played against her once before and kind of lost that game. It was real bad, but you know, it's whatever. I mean, it's just a thing that, you know, that sticks with me and haunts me all my days, but it's okay. I'm over it. I'm totally okay. So this week we're going to have a grudge match. The two of us are going at each other again, and I'm going to be taking pMorvannah. That's right, pMorvannah. Everyone forgets that she exists, but she is still a thing. Hopefully, though, in true Counter Slam fashion, I won't get too, like, horribly net decked. I know it's happened to me a few times on this show, but, you know, as long as it's not like a bunch of Vile Thralls and things like that, I'll probably be fine. Hi, folks. We're going to go ahead and get started here with deployment.
Hey guys.
Okay, so there's not going to be a whole lot to talk about, but deployment here. So I go first, and I have a whole bunch of things that are advanced deploy. So, and then a large number of things behind that, not advanced deploy. You can see them all.
You get to see my army. It's very colorful. There's not much of advanced deploy. It's just Deathjack out there, so it's pretty simple.
All right, and here we go. I'm going to start getting into the first turn, and if we start laughing a little bit, that's just some funny just because this clips. Yeah. Anyway, so here we go. I start off. I'm gonna. These are my blood, or not my Ravagers rather. So, well, when I deployed, I made sure to put the Ravagers on the side where the Bile Thralls were, because Bile Thralls can't purge
because you're
engaged.
A jerk.
Yeah.
Because you're a jerk.
Yeah, that's true. So I wanted to engage them as much as possible. And Ravagers are fast and they have reach, and they have 8 wounds, so even though they're low armor, they can still stand up to Bile Thrall purges fairly well. So I just run them forward, but I try not to run them too far forward, because if I run them their whole distance, Deathjack over there, he's going to charge me. So then over on the other side, opposite the Blackbanes,
get all up in my grill.
I'm going to get all up in your grill here with my blood trackers. So they're all just running. Oh, this is that thing that Eric was talking about where I like to touch all my models multiple times after I move them, but
get really fidgety.
Yeah. So they're really fast. They're advanced deploy and they're speed 7, so they can run 14 inches. They really get into your face.
They have a weapon master too, so
that's true. Makes them dangerous. And I leave one back here, far back, so that way I can keep her safe. So that way I can keep regrowing them. And also she makes a really good, convenient target for, she's a target for casting spells at them. So I run the Wolves of Orboros up behind them. So I've got all my single wound guys opposite her Blackbanes, and I've got all my multi-wound guys opposite the Bile Thralls, and it didn't necessarily have to happen that way, but that is the way that it ended up going. And I feel like it kind of works out for me, because Bile Thralls will murder all single wound things forever, and multi-wound things can live through Bile Thrall purges. So yeah, I kind of move off. I cover my two main sides with that advance. The tree here, he's going to move up into a slightly better spot. Oh yeah, and I'm casting. Oh, actually, that's right. I'm activating my caster right now, Mike. So she casts regrowth on the blood trackers here. They're a great regrowth target, really, because they're stealth. So unless they have a non-targeting method of removing my upkeep spells from them, it tends to be hard. So yeah, I do that, and then she walks up, and she also casts Harvest on herself, so that way I can start collecting Fury when I destroy living or undead enemy models in my control area, which is super handy because it allows her to use all of her Fury to regrow things but still be able to cast spells. So here we go. The Wartborn Skinwalkers, they run up next. They're going to try to get up as far as they can. Now, there's an interesting thing here. You'll notice that I'm putting these 3 Wartborn right near my caster. It's because I'm going to put Restoration on them, which gives them 2 armor, but also it says that if any of them are within an inch of my caster at the start of my turn, my caster heals a point automatically. And the reason why I want that healing is because I only have 1 Warbeast in this whole list, and it's Megalith, and he's 4 Fury, and my caster's 7 Fury. So if I use all of my Fury like I did this turn, I'm going to have to cut myself for 3 more to get back up to full. But if I have the 3 Skinwalkers next to me, I'll automatically heal that 3, and it'll be kind of even out.
Good plan.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She can run really beast light and still get away with it because of her Fury generation mechanics and her healing abilities. So I get the little the Bokur and his Shamblers just right up into the middle. They're just going to try to jam whatever they can. And Megalith here, see, you'll notice I left a spot open for him to be able to trample up far forward. He just tramples up. He always tramples first turn for me because that way he can still cast a spell with his Geomancy and get farther up the board. So he does that, and then he spends some Fury putting up Undergrowth, which can potentially be handy, but it never really comes into play in this game too much. And I think that's it. That's everything that I did.
Okay. It's a little tricky. I've been practicing with this army for a little bit, on and off. I don't know, I feel like they played decently this time. The first few turns, well, I suppose especially the first turn is easy for me because I've played this quite a few times, and I've kind of learned what Scaverous can do first turn. I make sure to give 2 focus to Deathjack, just so that he can cast Feast of Worms, because that's a 4-cost spell. It's really expensive, but it's good to get it off early on, just get that AoE out there. Sometimes your enemies, they kind of don't like it, they might want to avoid that spot, even though all that happens is -2 armor. They still don't like that. I tend to...
You're making an attack
Yeah,
here.
I'm shooting Venom off because I thought they were coming up really far, so instead of giving Power Booster to one of my Bone Jacks, I decided to walk up and kind of spray it. I'm not sure if that was the best decision.
You did get 2 of them.
Yeah, but in the end, you regrowth them back, and you place them exactly in the same spot, so I was like, oh.
It's true, I did do that.
Oh, that's bad. But yeah, usually I give Power Booster to both of my Bone Jacks using the Warwitch Sirens, and then I just run them up. This time I was a little bit more conservative with my Bone Jacks because I only had the 2, and I was kind of worried that all these armies were just going to kind of demolish them. And Scaverous really does want his Bone Jacks there to have at least 1.
And here come the
Blackbanes. I activate them, and they're incorporeal. So I just kind of move them in as far as I can and kind of engage a few things just to... It's kind of like playing dare, like I dare you to move, like I'm going to engage this, and like, do you really want to lose those models?
Oh, it's super annoying.
Kind of game.
I don't enjoy it. Especially since until Blackbane is dead, whenever a Blackbane kills one of my models, it removes it from playing and creates a new Blackbane.
Right.
So taking free strikes from them is really terrible because then it makes a new Blackbane and you're just like, oh.
It was interesting taking Blackbanes and Bile Thralls. I don't really play with Bile Thralls a lot. And Blackbanes I usually borrow from Eric, so I don't get to play them a lot either. But I find that both Bile Thralls and Blackbanes, having 2 undead units with Scaverous is really handy. People have tried to play Scaverous with Excarnate the way they do with Gaspy, but it doesn't quite work that way. If anything, it's kind of like a backup spell just to have handy.
Yeah. I think you've been getting pretty good use out of your Bile Thralls in the games you've been playing. Not so much this one, but in other ones.
Yeah, it's been interesting playing with Bile Thralls.
No, there's one back there. I hope he doesn't get forgotten.
Oh, I think I moved him last because I was really unsure how to place everything.
I know it can be a bit tricky. The two of us both struggle with like formation rules a bit during this game. Like I especially, because I have all 4 units,
so many,
5 units. Oh, it's a pain. Oh, this is what's his face?
Scarlock Thrall.
Yeah.
And usually I have him cast either Ghost Walk or Death Ward, and Death Ward on Deathjack is super awesome. I just love it to death. There we go. Death Ward is put on Deathjack, making him armor 21. He's got what, 4 focus, maybe even 5 focus. There, I can't quite see.
I think he's got the.
It looks like
5
because
yeah,
I'm using
like
hearts
5.
as focus. And there's Scaverous. Recently his arms broke off, so that's a little sad. It's a tricky model, but
he breaks a lot. Yeah, so Death Ward is possibly one of the most obnoxious spells to ever be put on Deathjack.
And right up here, I telekinesis him a little bit because I wasn't sure if I could make that charge.
Oh, I also felt like I'm an idiot when this happened. I was like, all right, I should just be out of his charge range. And then you telekinesis him, and I'm like, oh, that's right. This is Scaverous. Oops.
I don't know, which caster did you think I'm playing? I'm playing Scaverous.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Scaverous is going to charge in then, and this is going to be super annoying. God, Scaverous is a jerk. Or, sorry, not Scaverous. Deathjack is going to charge in. Deathjack is a freaking
he's adorable
jerk. I hate him.
You know, I don't even play Deathjack a lot, but I really like Deathjack with Scaverous.
Oh, Death Ward is such an obnoxious spell. Like, by the end of this game, you will all get to see just why I hate Deathjack with Death Ward so much. It is the worst spell.
You used to not care about this spell.
Yeah.
There we go.
I used to when you used it on jacks that weren't Deathjack, and then you used it on Deathjack, and I was like, oh. Oh, so that hits, and this is POW 18, so it's dice +4 on Ravagers because they have no armor.
Oh.
And it's a charge attack.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is not get 3 1s, and he immediately dies.
And then I get a soul.
And you get a soul. And you can still cast a spell.
Yeah.
You still have 4 focus, because that's why you gave him 5, so you could charge and then cast a spell.
Good plans. I can tactics.
Actually, you make really good use of Deathjack the whole game. I feel like that is the best thing you do this whole game.
Because he survives. Usually Deathjack is wiped off the table as fast as possible.
Yeah, well, definitely not by this list.
And yeah, Feast of Worms is about to get cast here.
That spell's also a bit annoying, but because it's kind of cool. At first, it seems a little underpowered. He's only POW 12, right?
Right. Except
that it applies its armor lowering effect before it damages. So it's actually a POW 14 on the direct hit and a POW 8 blast damage, which is really
annoying.
Good. Yeah, it's super good. POW 8 blast damage is really bad. If you've ever been the victim of POW 8 blast damage, you'll understand.
I just set it.
Where did this even get cast?
Right on that hill and zone area.
Oh, it deviated to that spot, I think. Right? Oh no, it didn't. No, you shot it that way. I was like, no, you didn't put it over there. That'd be weird.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I got it.
Right, and here, yeah, you kill some Shamblers, and I think you directly hit a Shambler with it, and then killed all the Shamblers that were standing next to him.
I figured their defense would be so high.
Yeah, they're only defense 10. Like, Shamblers are sometimes a bit of a liability for Circle, because we have lots of high defense things, and then they're really low defense.
Yeah, so I figured. Yeah, unfortunately, I did really want to hit that tree, but...
Amusingly, you do hit the tree, but you don't crack its armor.
No. It's not as much as I hoped.
And you also don't crack Megalith's armor.
That's okay.
But he's armor 19, and he doesn't really care that much about POW 8 blast damage.
Look at those Bile Thrall butts. Yeah.
You and your Bile Thrall butts. I was a little surprised that you didn't Death Ride this turn.
I kind of thought about it.
I sort of figured if you really wanted to get heavily into my face, that you would like run him out in front of your army and then death ride everybody forward a little bit.
In all honesty, I probably should have, but I didn't because I was really afraid. You were really up in my grill, and I was like, maybe I should conserve some things. Like, here are things that can die, that I can lose. It'll be okay. But some of these things I kind of really do want to hold back. Also in this list, I have a few magic casting solos and groups and people, but I knew by the end when I cast my feat that I would lose a lot of them. Like, I knew that Orm might be just gone. I would want to keep Dara at that point. Keep the War Witch Sirens, but I knew that you would want to target them too.
I really like your War Witch Siren there and your Scarlock Thrall. They look really nice.
Oh, thanks.
And here comes an Arc Node.
Yep, and I'm pretty sure I power boosted that one, so that one could run.
Yeah, your girl, she walked up, she power boosted him, and he runs over this direction.
Give me that range. At least one of them has to be all up there.
Right.
And that's a Ripjaw, which I love to death. I love Ripjaws.
Ripjaws are pretty good. I recently played a game with Scaverous and a Ripjaw, and it was hilarious. Super secret tech, you don't get to see it in this game, but super secret tech with Scaverous and Ripjaws is you can use Scaverous to turn an enemy model around and then have a Ripjaw use its Vice Lock attack on it in its back arc, and then that model can't turn around and attack the Ripjaw next turn. Yeah,
good tactics. There goes Orin. I tend to play him very loosely because I'm not too experienced with Orn Midwinter, and I've learned that it's kind of hard to place him, kind of play him in places where he can do things and be safe. And I know in this game I've lost him pretty early on. I wasn't able to do what I wanted because I wanted Ammonia to get up there and kind of dispel whatever upkeep there was, and then for Orn to pop up his no magic thing,
right,
and prevent you from casting spells, but I wasn't able to do that.
And actually, I really should have prayed Orin. I keep forgetting that Orin Midwinter is only stealth when he uses a spell that makes him that way.
Right.
Because I always just assume that he's stealth all the time, so I figured since he's stealth all the time, I'll just pray the Wither Shadow. But I should have prayed him first and then gone for them next.
Wither Shadow is a pretty good target too, though.
I know, but I should have done it on him first, probably.
Right.
So here we can see I am way far up the board, but she's also she's gotten pretty well into my grill too, so she's not going to let me bully the board too badly. She definitely has enough to contest both zones easily.
And here you go. Yeah, you just cut yourself right now.
Okay, yeah, so here we go. My caster cuts herself to get her health. She heals, or she'll heal at the end of this, so. And I'm going to bring back my two dead girls. Because that's the beauty of this caster and her spells. Oh, God. Regrowth is such a good spell. I love it.
Pain in the butt.
Okay.
Yeah, I want you to look at it. You put them exactly where I last killed the two.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure where we're on this view here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, so I'm just checking, like, I gotta put them back into their spots here, and yeah, I'm gonna put that one right back there, and then the other girl's gonna go right in front of her.
So I basically did nothing. It's cool. It's alright.
There you go. Yeah, there you go, Jeremy. Put her right in the same spot. I was like, I ran them to that spot for a reason, so I'm going to put them back there. So, yep, there we go.
See, why would I do this to myself? Play against you with nearly the same list last time we played together.
You know, I don't know. We just sort of ended up being this way. Like, it was an accident. I didn't really plan this.
That's true. I just volunteered.
All right, here we go. So they're all walking up, and I'm going to try to... Luckily for me, Blackbanes, as annoying as they are, only have a half-inch reach. So I feel like I can get some of these girls into positions where they can walk up and be able to make attacks. Also, I'm going to point out that there is shallow water on this map. It doesn't matter to anybody. Like everybody in this game that goes anywhere near that shallow water either has Pathfinder or Amphibious and doesn't give a crap.
Yeah, maybe we should have picked better terrain, but I definitely said, I don't care, I don't want to deal with water. I don't want to be on that side.
You could have put Deathjack in it, and then I could have knocked him down and maybe actually been able to kill his sorry ass.
Yeah, no thank you. No thank you.
Deathjack, you're such a jerk. Okay, so they're all going to walk up. I'm going to start making attacks. Orin, I believe, stealthed himself this turn, so I'm not going to be in range of him, but... Right. God, I'm not even sure what I'm in range of. Like, Because I can't attack that Pistol Wraith, I can't attack any of these Blackbanes, and I can't reach the Wither Shadow. So what the hell am I even going to try to throw at? Oh, I'm throwing a spear at your...
Bonejack.
At your Bonejack? Oh no, I'm throwing a spear at your
And my
Warwitch Siren, because I got within 5 inches of her.
Right.
So she's only a mat 6 though, so I need a 9 to get this. I think I do though. Oh no, maybe I don't.
That one died pretty early on though, I remember.
Alright, so I guess I missed her twice. Okay, so she's gonna throw then at somebody else. Oh, I'm gonna throw at a Bile Thrall. Yeah, because screw Bile Thralls, the more of them I can kill the better.
They're cute.
They're annoying.
They're cute.
And annoying.
They've got those cute butts.
Oh yeah, you and the butts. You're a butt girl. I think that hits because only like defense 10, right?
Yeah, they're really low on that stat.
Their defense awful. Oh my god, I don't think that kills it. I think they're armor 13. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So I shot a Bile Thrall and failed to kill it. That's pretty impressive. That takes some doing. She's throwing. I think she's gonna throw at your Warjack now. Or maybe not. Nope. I think she must have been out of range. Okay, so now the Wolves of Orboros. So yeah, my girls activated and did pretty much nothing. So the Wolves of Orboros are going to activate instead. They're going to just run into position to get ready for the next turn. And I feel like I'm in a decent spot because, I mean, yeah, her Blackbanes can run through my models and attack other models behind them, but I feel like I kind of have them spaced appropriately that they're still going to kind of make it landing spots difficult for too many Blackbanes. And here I go and I put my unit leader right up here in this spot, and then I jam all of the other dudes around him to make sure that that drawing line of sight to him is going to be very hard, and finding a landing spot for one of those Blackbanes is going to be real hard, because I really don't want to lose my unit attachment, because I really want to keep that power swell for later in the game. So
it's really intimidating to see all those units and then to have them like coming towards you, and it's like I have to kill those, but then he has like regrowth.
Right. That is kind of the point of this list. I mean, I don't know that this is like a good list, but the point of it is really just to intimidate and frustrate opponents by just throwing a bunch of meat at them.
It's definitely frustrating.
But it doesn't always win, and sometimes it kind of falls apart. And I know that I played a game against somebody who was playing Soul Hunters, and they put Deathjack and Soul Hunters on one side of my army, and like I couldn't get rid of either of them, and then everything died. That's kind of this army lacks hitting power a little bit, but if I had a Warpwolf in here, I probably would have killed Deathjack. That stupid bastard. I hate him so much.
You had your constructs.
Yeah.
It almost did.
He's not a Warpwolf by any means. Not at all. You can't even pretend that he's a Warpwolf.
No, I can't. Sorry.
Okay, so they all run up into position. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to activate the Ravagers, and they're going to just dig deep. So none of the Ravagers are engaged by Deathjack right now because there was only one that he could reach and he killed it. And that was another thing I was trying to do, is trying to space out my guys over here as much as possible, because he can kill, even though they're 8 wound models, he can kill any number of them that are next to him in a turn. So I just keep them away.
I want those souls.
I know. So they're charging. I'm going to charge past Deathjack as much as possible.
Alright, you want to engage those Bile Thralls and my Ripjaw. You're a bully.
I want to kill Bile Thralls and engage your Ripjaw and engage as many Bile Thralls as possible. But mostly I want to create an area where there's just a whole bunch of reach.
Yeah.
Because Scaverous has Ghost Walk, so you won't take free strikes if you use Ghost Walk, but if you
spray.
Yeah, if you end in my melee range, you still can't spray, even if you don't take a free strike. So
that was annoying.
What did he charge? Oh, he charged a different Bile Thrall. Okay, so yeah, I'm just charging these guys all up into her grill here.
That one actually charged.
That one charges Deathjack. This one's going to charge Deathjack too. You know, they're POW 15. They're dice -6 on a charge. They might as well try to do some damage. And here, the leader, he's going to run.
Oh, man.
Now, the unfortunate thing is, I didn't actually end up engaging your Ripjaw there. Because the way that the one guy who's standing next to him charged, the model he charged, he has to directly face it. So his front arc is not actually engaging your Ripjaw, even though he's in range.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I have Beyond Death.
Beyond Death is up. That's another reason why Deathjack is hard to get rid of, because he's got Death Ward on him and Beyond Death, so he's effectively armor 23, which is super annoying.
It's been good. It's been good playing with Deathjack.
Oh, he's such a fucking jerk. He's such a jerk. I hate him so much.
It's okay. He loves you.
Alright, I killed something. I killed a bile throw, I think.
Yeah.
And then we check to see if the guys that are attacking Deathjack are actually in the Beyond Death range, and I think that they actually managed to not be.
Just maybe 2 of them that's way up there.
Yeah, the ones that are way up at the front. So they kill what they're after.
Well, yeah. Wherever I want it.
I think that might have been the last time that I decided to actually roll a location die. Because I was like, 3 to the 4. Wait, no. Nope. Just 3 to the wherever. Oh, that guy missed Deathjack. Good job, guy. Yeah. You're a Mat 9. You'll need a 4 to hit Deathjack. Roll them snake eyes. Do it. Okay, now the Skinwalkers are gonna charge.
Right.
Again, I'm tempted to just pile them all onto Deathjack, but I decide against it because it seems like a terrible, terrible idea. So
no, it's okay. Give me those souls.
I'm gonna kind of space them out as much as possible. And the way that I sort of look at this game is like, he's a big old monster, and all of my guys are the brave warriors, and they're all gonna surround the giant monster, and they're gonna work as a team to try and bring it down.
No, my Deathjack is the brave warrior facing all these mean bullies.
Whatever you say.
But this tactic really worked out well, spreading out your guys, but having enough of that reach to like hit it. Now I can't hit you back.
This is a fun maneuver here. I sort of like that I did. So I spaced them out again, and I put these 2 over here in this area. The 2 over on the right hand side here. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. I ought to do that every time. But I kind of put them in a spot where I can walk my caster up to be near them and get the benefit of restoration healing. Right. But because they're medium bases, you can't trample over them. And there's enough things between my caster and your Deathjack, you will never be able to kill all that crap to get to her. Right. So she can stand pretty close to the front and be safe. Yeah. Also, they make great sack pawn targets. Armor 20 dudes make amazing sack pawn targets. It's like, yeah, I'm armor 20, I don't care. I think that they didn't do any damage.
It's okay.
Which makes me a little sad. But alright, here he comes, Megalith. Megalith.
He's slowly getting there.
He's a big guy. He's saying goal all the time. All the time he's saying that. He's
excited.
He's very excited. He's an excitable construct. He's like, I have 4 fury. It makes me amazing. Woo! He walks up here. He's gonna Geomancy to cast Eruption of Life. And I'm really, really happy that I put Megalith in for doing this, because then in a lot of the practice games that I've been playing, I haven't had a construct. I've kind of just had Light War Beasts, and I find that I cannot cast spells, really. Right. My caster doesn't really get the opportunity to do it, and she has a lot of trouble getting her upkeeps out in the order that she wants. But if I take Megalith, I can get all my upkeeps in the first turn, and then I have more options for Eruption of Life.
I really, really dislike Eruption of Life.
Oh, everybody who actually encounters Eruption of Life hates it, because when you tell them, like, okay, I killed your guy, and then he becomes a forest, they're like, okay, and all your dudes suffer POW 13 blast damage.
That's the part. It's not the forest part.
And then they're like, wait, you mean the spell is a POW 13 AoE? And I'm like, no, you suffer POW 13 blast damage. That's the actual power of the blast damage.
Yeah, when you say, oh, it becomes a forest, I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. And then it goes, oh, and then suffer damage. It's like, oh.
Nothing. No single wound model lives through POW 13s. No. Like, POW 13s murder everything.
And that was kind of your answer for my Blackbanes.
It's probably the best answer I have to Blackbanes. It's just a really powerful spell that with really powerful blast damage that can kill them.
Yeah. That
and the wonderful thing about pMorvannah and her spells is that they all specify like living or undead enemy models. Like Harvest allows her to collect fury from living or undead enemy models that she kills, and Eruption of Life lets her targets living and undead enemy models, and so does her feat. So she's actually surprisingly good at fighting Cryx, because she has a lot of effects that target undead models specifically, which Circle doesn't have much of.
Right.
Most of our stuff just targets living models. So.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, she walks up, and I'm gonna throw out another Eruption of Life.
Oh boy!
Through that tree up there, and he's in a wonderful spot. He's not engaged by that Wait, where is the... Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's right there. He's not engaged by anything. He's kind of far back, and just there's like a spot between those black veins that he can sort of see into, and he's going to shoot another forest in there.
Oh, man.
And this will have the awesome side effect of creating a bunch of, like, a kind of small wall of forest there that she can't see over.
Right.
So, and he explodes into a forest, but it only gets him too. She did a good job spacing her things out. I'll give her that. Sometimes she has been known to space her stuff too close together and they get killed by the AoEs, but this time she did better. So yeah, I killed a couple models and moved into position. That's what I did.
So here we go. Deathjack gets his stuff back and he gets that extra focus because of that one soul. And Death Ward is upkept by ammonia.
Have I mentioned that Deathjack is just total bullshit, right? Have I mentioned this?
You keep saying that he's adorable and you love him. That's all I hear.
He's such a jackass. Look at this. She hasn't given Deathjack any focus from her caster, and he has 3 focus.
Yeah, because he already killed one thing and he generates the 2. It's been great. It's grand. My Ripja's gonna move up.
At this point, I felt really dumb, because I'm like, oh, I should have engaged that.
I just wanted to get a little bit closer just in case I want to cast more spells and then kind of be out of your reach. I realized that you could do 2 things. You could continue to engage my Bile Thralls, kind of move in, or you could come back and try to get rid of my Ripjaw.
Well, I do love to engage you.
Yeah, you do. That is true. Oh, sorry, it's my arm feeling heavy.
Alright, so what's attacking here? I don't know what's happening.
I'm actually not sure.
Oh my god, we're doing a horrible post-game commentary here. So something's doing something, but
I'm casting spells.
Okay.
And
Scaverous is casting spells.
Right.
Oh, I think you're casting another Feast of Worms. You like that spell. Yeah, now you're casting it at one of my Skinwalkers. He's only defense 12. And I don't think that he actually benefits from the cover of that wall. Like, he's close enough, so. But I think when I checked it, like,
you weren't that close.
He wasn't, no, he was close enough. It's just when I checked it,
Oh.
he's not, there's no line that crosses the wall when we draw lines between our bases, so he doesn't benefit from it. So yeah, you hit me, definitely, with the spell. They're only defense 12. You only needed a 5, and you rolled a 10. So good job there. And we're going to put this down right on top of him. I think it clips one of the Shamblers, and I think it also clips that
one guy.
It clips that Ravager up in front of him. So yeah, he's gonna kill that Shambler for sure. He's like armor 13, I think. So you use dice -5, so you roll a 6 and he dies, I think. Or no, wait, this is damage against the first guy.
Right.
So it's POW 12, but my guy's armor -2, so he's armor 16, so it's dice -4, so you do 2 damage.
I'm not sure if that was the best place to do Feast of Worms, but I just thought
it was an okay place. You kill the Shambler, and then this is dice -6 against my Ravager, so it could potentially hurt, but it can't possibly kill him because he hasn't taken any damage, and if it does 6 damage, he still has health. And look at that. I think that's like,
there's a bit of.
I think it's like a 9 that you rolled. Oh no, that's a 10. So he takes 4 damage. Okay. Oh, I guess he had taken damage. What had he taken damage from?
Not too sure.
Alright, whatever. He took damage from something and thus he dies.
And then I'll move my Black Banes again. It's been a little bit difficult. If I remember correctly, I wanted to move my Black Banes in a way that I could engage things and possibly hit things this turn, but then kind of create a line for myself because I was thinking about purging with Bile Thralls.
Oh, okay, that's why you did that. See, I was a little curious because I was afraid leading into this turn that what you were going to do is your Black Banes were just going to charge into the middle of my unit. They were each going to pick an individual target and try to kill as many as possible and generate a bunch of new Black Banes.
That might have been the better idea.
But I suppose that would have made it hard for you to get a decent purge off on my unit without killing some of your own Black Banes.
Right, and with all the multiple wound, units over on that side, I mean, what could I do if I purge on them? They get corroded. Which is annoying, but...
Now, something you might have tried, I'm looking at this, and I like that you double-teamed these girls, because they're defense 14, you're only mat 6. So you need 8s to get him. I think you land an Icy Grip on him, though, so they become defense 12.
Right, I have.
So then you still need 6s, but you could miss that. But what I might have tried to do was space, like have one guy walked around to the other side of the girl and then engage the wolf behind her and her, so that way if the first guy fails to kill her, he can kill her.
Well,
and then they're not quite so close packed together.
Right. That is one problem that I encountered. You know, when I did this, then it gave him prime targets just to like do that eruption of life spell again. But like I said, you can clearly see that line I'm trying to create.
Yep.
Just to get that purge off and do it safely. But yeah, I kind of mind blanked.
So unfortunately for her, these first 2 guys missed their 6s, and then the third guy hits it and kills her, and she gets 1 Black Bane. This is definitely a real bummer, though, because like she was saying, when one guy becomes corporeal, it makes a great target of opportunity for the feet, for pMorvannah's feet.
Right.
Because then that triggers on melee attacks from her models. And if one guy's corporeal standing next to a guy who's not corporeal, I'll just attack the corporeal guy, kill him, turn him into a forest, blow up the guy next to him.
Right. And this is the guy that I kind of wanted to purge on.
Oh yeah, here he goes. And this surprised me. I was like, aha, I've got her now. She won't be able to get off any purges. And then this guy just walks up and I'm like, ooh, well, this could be bad.
Yeah, whatever. Now that I'm looking at the map, it would have probably been okay if the 2 Black Banes at that far end didn't attack. Because they would be far enough from that
probably
purge.
They could have just walked further into my unit.
Right, but I really kind of did think I just want to make Black Banes and do the purge, so I got a little bit greedy there.
Yeah. So that's an annoying thing. Like I said, as long as Black Bane himself is alive, Black Banes are essentially like an insurmountable scenario contesting piece that I can't really get rid of. I have to kill Black Bane first before I can really deal with the rest of them effectively.
Yeah. So the other Bile Thralls I've kind of scattered around, and then I put one like right under Deathjack's arm, like it's petting him.
Yeah, Deathjack is like, it's okay, buddy. We got this. We got this, buddy.
I'm here for you.
Like, I know you're gonna explode, but it's alright. It's alright.
Which that was a little bit tricky too. I was like, how do I face this so I don't catch Deathjack either?
So that wolf over there, I think he's gonna be safe. But all these one wounders over here, they die. So she kills off a whole mess of those girls, some of these things. The tree's going to take damage. It's dice -4 on the tree, so he takes 1. But it gets corroded.
Always helpful. Corrosion's always helpful.
One of the few times that somebody has used a POW 12 on the tree and not just rolled bonkers and killed it. Of course, I don't feel too bad about you not getting amazing purge damage, because the last time you purged against me, you killed 3 Ravagers with the purge. I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? They have 8 wounds and 3 of them died.
It was good. It was good.
It was the worst.
And then here goes the second purge.
Yeah, the one who walked up under his buddy's arm. Yeah, see, and because unfortunately the Ravager that was standing next to him is dead, I can't really stop this, so a bunch of these guys are going to take small amounts of damage. That was a good roll. Look at that.
Yeah.
They're going to take some damage, and then they're going to end up being corroded. But I think the guys that are engaged with Deathjack aren't too affected by this. But that guy over there is only armor 16. He takes a dice -4, so he actually takes like 6 damage. Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
It's been good. Bile Thrall did a good job.
Bile Thralls, I hate them so much. Them and their little butts. And I think he was he was oriented in a way where he wasn't going to catch Deathjack.
No, and that's exactly what I wanted to go for. Sometimes I don't care if Deathjack gets corroded, and usually that's more late game. Like, I don't care, he's there, he survived this long.
I think corrosion usually doesn't matter to Deathjack at all, because, I mean, he takes 1 damage wherever he wants.
Probably not, as long as he has that death ward up.
Yeah.
And then as long as he can get those souls and heal himself up, which turned out really well.
Okay, here we go. This is Dara. Dara Roth's gonna charge up here and unfortunately miss.
Yeah, it was bad.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be crappy. She's gonna kill one of my Ravagers and then cast Bad Day again.
I was
beyond
really,
death.
Yeah. I was really thinking about that. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna charge it, gonna cast off that spell.
The mount hits me and doesn't kill me.
Yeah.
Like dice -2, so right? It's a POW. POW 12.
This made me sad. At this point, I was feeling very threatened because you were right up there, and my caster's just behind a bile thrall too.
I probably could have gone for your caster earlier in this game if I'd really thought about it. I probably could have.
And then my War Witch Siren also charged. That other girl is gonna do her venom spray.
So she doesn't charge. She just walks over.
Right. No, the other one.
Oh, the other one.
The light pink one. She charged.
I don't know why you like to make melee attacks with them instead of just casting like your spray.
I don't know. Sometimes I just want to do it. Sometimes I think, I could like do that shadow bind.
That's true.
Crippling grasp-esque.
All right, here we go.
Thing on you.
She walks up. She's gonna spray, and yeah, she hits the first guy. I think. Hits the second one. Oh no, misses the first guy. I guess.
Yeah.
And then gets the last guy.
So he'll get corroded if he doesn't die.
Yeah,
but he dies.
But he dies. Alright, so she kills another 2 models.
It's been tough.
I collect another couple of souls. See, this is the nice, or another couple of corpses. See, this is the nice thing though. That purge and then this following spray gave me a bunch of corpses to kind of recover my losses on the shamblers there.
Yeah, that I don't like either.
Which is another thing that's really annoying about the Blackbanes. Until Blackbane himself is dead, the Blackbanes remove my models from play, and I don't get corpses or the ability to regrow them. It's super bad. Blackbane really needs to just die, like as fast as possible.
I really love the whole Blackbane unit. It's really fun to play with them.
And then this is amusing. For whatever reason, Orin Midwinter I think is going to come up and tow into this forest like it's going to stay there.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. That whole back row gets a little bit like I end up jamming them. It's between me being afraid to lose them and then just like jamming myself. So
that happens. I mean, we've all been there. Like, I had to practice several games with this list to just get to the point where I wasn't jamming myself all the time. So here, Deathjack was going to walk up. He can't get in range of too many guys, so he's just going to walk up into range of one guy and punch him to death.
But it's all good. I'm okay with that.
See, that's the nice thing is if I set my guys up this way with their reach, you can't really walk into range of like more than 2 or more than 1 of them without taking free strikes. So.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, well, there goes another skinwalker.
Right, and
or one skinwalker. That's the first one. Yeah, this is why Deathjack with Death Ward and Dara Wraith is just the most annoying thing in the flippin' world. Because Deathjack, who is effectively armor 23 and heals himself when he kills living models just by himself, like, that is so hard to deal with. And he chooses where his damage goes.
It's been good.
Oh my god, it is the most ridiculous tech.
That was the plan. If Dara could have charged and killed that off, it would have been beyond death again.
And then I would have come, like, even less close to killing him than I did on the following turn.
You got close, but once I started collecting those souls...
Oh, I thought I was close, and then we checked his grid, and it was like, oh, I'm not close at all. God, freaking Deathjack. Okay, that missed.
I was casting a spell. It was most likely Excarnate. Just to get that extra Bile Thrall.
And here the Pistol Wraith goes. Still not going to shoot anybody. Just going to move into another position. I feel like this guy was either aiming to go and kill my Gator or my Caster, and I'm not sure which.
You are right about that. Initially, it was towards your Gator.
People love to kill that Gator. I'm not very good at keeping him alive. Alright, here's the field. I've lost a giant chunk of infantry out of the center of it.
But unfortunately, you can see my spacing. It's all kind of grouped together.
So yeah, and you didn't... fortunately, you didn't take too much ground away from me. So my caster is going to go ahead and collect her Fury. And then she's going to cut herself for another couple. And then she's going to heal again. Corrosion doesn't go away on a guy, so he's going to take some damage. Corrosion's not going to go away on that guy. Like, I had Corrosion stick around forever this game. It was pretty bad.
It's good. Good for me, at least.
Yeah, it doesn't go away there. God, I failed so many corrosion checks this game. It was terrible. I think I kept having like Ravagers who had like 1 hit point, and then they would take the corrosion wouldn't go away, and then they would just take the damage and die.
Like I said, it's been very handy.
Alright, so here my caster gets back her Fury. She's short, she's going to cut herself, and she's going to heal immediately thereafter if she upkeeps Restoration, so... and then so she spends her 3 there to upkeep her spells, and then she's going to spend her other 4 to bring back dead girls. because there are like 5 dead girls
Right,
right now.
I killed them, but then they came back. I wasn't able to either dispel it or...
And fortunately for me, you didn't actually get too many of the Wolves of Orboros. You never bring them down below half strength, which is really good for me, because I never have to swap regrowth onto them.
I think even the first kind of game that we played with this, I used Denny. I found difficulty getting them down.
Well, the first game we played of this, I didn't have the blood
Did you not?
trackers.
Oh, I'm thinking about.
I had it
Ravagers.
on them though. I had blood pack in that game.
Oh, okay.
But I did have regrowth on
Right.
the Wolves of Orboros, and you got down to one last dude, and you couldn't kill that last guy. So I got to bring all the other ones back to life
Alright.
because that one last guy was still there.
So there you go. You're putting them all up in my face again.
Now they did nothing last turn, but this turn they're gonna have a heyday. It's gonna be super fun.
It's some kind of retribution.
They actually become a real obnoxious force on the table from this point forward.
They really do.
So okay, here we go. I also bring back a whole bunch of
Shambles.
Shamblers. That's the word I'm after. Yeah, I bring back like 6. So there we go. They're just gonna pile into this area and they're just gonna be like, we're gonna go attack random stuff. Yay!
And at that point, I was just like, oh god.
God, I don't know where to put any of these models. Like you can see me just touching them a million times there, all in really fast motion because this game took forever. But
Man, look at that bile bug.
all right, the Ravagers are gonna go. They're gonna. I think they're run charging, so most of them aren't gonna get to move very far. Like the 3 that are engaged just get to stay.
Oh,
where
I
they're
got
at.
super nervous when you engaged
But-
that bile.
But this guy is gonna charge Dara because fuck that guy. Like seriously. Seriously, just fuck that guy. And this guy's gonna charge your Jack because I'm like, oh, that's right. She has a Jack that's an Arc Node. I need to engage this every turn, so I'm gonna start doing that now. And now the whole of that unit that remains is now past Deathjack. So if Deathjack wants to deal with them, he has to turn around and come get him. And I'm okay with that.
I was really afraid. I was like, oh god, he's gonna just kill this line.
I miss somebody. I think.
It might have been the War Witch Siren.
Maybe. Okay, hit that. Oh, yeah, hit your Bile Thrall. He
You'll
just
get those
immediately
biles.
dies. He just we don't have to roll for that guy. He just goes away. But he's the unit leader, so that guy becomes the unit leader. That Bile Thrall was in range of my caster, so she gets a Fury back.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really people say they don't like to play her forward. They like to keep her back in Fortress Morvannah, as it were. But I
Right.
actually feel she's pretty capable of playing forward safely.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's good to do that because then you can collect a lot of Fury and be a real powerful force on the table. She's actually a very active caster if you do it right. So I hit Dara here, and I do a bunch of damage. I take him off his horse.
Oh no.
Oh no, this isn't Dara. Sorry.
You're attacking my
I attacked
Ripjaw.
the Ripjaw. Okay, so I'm going to do the charge attack on Dara now. Okay, so I hit Dara there. Yeah, and this is the chieftain doing his attack roll.
Yeah, you got that 10.
It's dice -2 against Dara, because he's POW 15 and Dara's like armor 17. So Dara falls off of his horse,
You got him right off.
and I knock him right off, and then the other guy's gonna punch him in the face, or at least he's gonna try to, and I miss Dara, which was unfortunate. I needed a 7, so Dara gets to live another turn, and I'm really sad about it.
Well, I don't know about you, but I was happy about that.
Of course you were happy about it. Alright, here we go. They're gonna run charge again, and just like, oh my god, Deathjack, just stop advancing closer to us. Just stay where you are. See, you'll notice that Deathjack has just moved up a little further every single turn. Just he's slowly getting closer and closer to my
all
caster.
these rich bastards, all these reach bastards getting all up in my face. I gotta like pick one.
The nicest thing I can say about Deathjack is that at least he doesn't have reach. That is the nicest thing I can say about it.
Man.
Alright, here, I'm going to try to charge crap in. So that guy's going to charge up there. Yeah, sorry, I bumped that thing. I got to put it back in its spot.
It's okay, we bumped a lot of things.
I know.
I didn't.
This guy, he's going to charge sideways just to get out of the way. What I'm trying to do is create a hole where I can insert Megalith. My plan here
Wow.
is insert Megalith, then profit.
Is that so?
Yep.
You know, your choice of wording.
Really? Yeah, is there something wrong with inserting Megalith? I'm going to have him run up and fist Deathjack.
Oh my god. Well, you know what? Deathjack fists better.
Deathjack does fist better. This is true.
So.
Okay, so they all charge. They all actually managed to get a full charge,
Right.
which is impressive. I also like roll ass though, so it counterbalances.
It's okay.
So I miss
I'm
once.
surrounded.
The non-charge attack is gonna hit, and it's minus 8.
Right.
Or no. Oh no, that's right. They're combined meleeing, so it's actually dice minus
Oh, it's
6. Yeah. So, because that's the only way I can really get decent damage off on Deathjack. They're doing like 2-man combines, which is pretty good. People forget that this unit. Oh, why couldn't that have been a damage roll? Damn it! God.
I know. I see those things. I'm like, oof, good thing.
Yeah, see, that was the damage roll. Boosted, I did a 7, and the unboosted attack roll, I got a 12. It's just so dumb. But yeah, people often forget that these guys have combined melee attack, but sometimes I find it's very useful when you're attacking like warjacks and things like that.
Right.
Or when you're attacking high defense infantry. Yeah, see, my leader also misses his charge. God, it's ridiculous. All these freaking missed I missed 2 charge attacks, 1 non-charge attack, and then I rolled just crap damage on everything else. It was really bad.
It's cool. You're beating me and everything else. It's cool.
That is true. Like, I kind of win on all other fronts. I just don't win against Deathjack. He just sits there and it takes it like a bastard.
Don't be hating.
I be hating on your Deathjack. All right, here we go. Megalith is gonna charge. I'm checking to make sure that he can actually get into that spot.
Yep, and he fits.
And he fits pretty well. And then I think I decide that he won't actually fit there really because Deathjack's hand is in the way.
Yeah, we had to eventually finagle around with Deathjack because his arms come out of his face.
His arms are so huge. So I just take Megalith off the field, and we're just leaving a proxy base there to note where he's at. I love those proxy bases. It's super handy. He hits with his attack. He's only pound strength 16 though, so he's dice minus 5.
And you managed to get that weight of stone out there.
Yeah, weight of stone's real handy, although it's not going to do a lot to Deathjack. Although I probably should have popped that up before.
Right.
Although I couldn't figure out a way to do that. But oh god, it's such a bad damage roll. It's dice minus 5 and it does 1 damage. Jesus.
It's cool.
Oh, it's so bad. All right, he's gonna punch again. He hits because he just needs not snake eyes at this point. And then I'm gonna boost it. Yeah, because he's got 4 fury. I might as well.
Right.
God, why are these damage rolls so bad?
5.
Another 5 damage.
Been good.
These are the worst damage rolls. I mean, well, I guess that was pretty average.
It's pretty average.
That one was pretty
average. It's just because of my death ward.
The other ones were not average. This hits. That would have been a sweet damage roll. But whatever. All right, I'm gonna boost again. Just see what I can do. And all right, 6 more. All right, so Megalith did okay damage. I'm still really disappointed in his charge attack, and at this point I check. Or maybe it was, I checked at this point, and Deathjack is I thought he would be a lot closer to being dead, but he's only half dead at this point. I'm like, oh my god.
I'm like, no, it's cool. He's alright. Thanks for asking.
So yeah, I spend the last fury to do another attack, and then I do 2 more damage to him. And I did, you'll notice I didn't roll the location die in there anywhere.
No, because you don't have to. It's no, I got this.
Oh god, Death Ward is so dumb. I don't even think I ever take out any of your hands in this game.
No,
I
make
you just
sure...
keep reallocating damage so your hand stays intact, and it's just this is the worst. I also recently played a game where I got to use Death Ward on a non Deathjack Warjack in Cryx, and oh my god, that's so sweet. It makes them so much more survivable than you would think, because you're that random shot that's gonna rip off my arm instead does nothing.
No,
it just does some superficial damage.
It's good. So your girls are getting primed and ready to kind of kill things.
Yeah. I don't think I've used the feat yet, because they're going to make ranged attacks this turn, so there's no reason for them to feat, or for me to feat. I think. I could be wrong. Maybe I did use the feat already. Alright, whatever. They're moving around, they're getting in position, they're going to start chucking spears. They're spear chuckers, yo.
They are. They do it well.
Look at that. That is a really good hit. They're super accurate. And considering that they make almost no attacks against their prey targets at any point during this game, they do pretty well. Oh no, I know what that was. That was a girl taking a free strike. So that wasn't me hitting. That was you hitting.
Right.
Yeah, she took a free strike from your War Witch Siren, and your War Witch Siren killed her.
Because you forgot she has reach.
I forgot she has reach. Because why wouldn't War Witch Sirens just have reach?
Look at their swords. It's a long sword.
My girls have spears and they don't have reach.
They're short spears. Whatever. It's like a javelin.
It is a javelin. That's what it's called. It's called javelin. Anyway, so okay, my girls are moving into position.
Right, and they're attacking.
Now they're gonna start attacking.
They're just gonna.
We're gonna kill Orin.
Just wipe him from the table.
So one of these girls, I think I've got like 3 girls, or maybe just 2 girls. 2 girls in range to throw at Orin. The first one hits him and kills him.
So that.
Or no, that was sorry, that wasn't Orin. That was one of those things. All right, who's attacking what? I wish I should just pay attention to what I'm saying. Maybe I'll know.
You should, because you did wipe Orin. Orin is gone.
Oh, I already did kill Orin. You're right. Okay, so I've killed Orin. I've killed a Black Bane. I'm attacking something else. Oh, I'm attacking that girl.
Mm-hmm.
So I killed her.
This is the turn of my things go bye-bye.
I kind of like ran out of targets. I'm like, I don't know what to target anymore, so I'm going to think about it here for a second, and then I'm going to decide to throw a spear at that Scarlock Thrall standing on a hill.
It sounds weird to say, but sometimes that's handy. Like
And look at that. Look, Scarlock Thrall on a hill, and he's not my prey target, and I just straight up murder him. I do exactly 5 damage to him, too. It's hilarious.
And sometimes it's handy, sometimes it makes you do weird, like, desperate things, and I was like, oh no, I really did need that Scarlock.
I know. I was happy to kill him. Scarlock Thrall kind of fills the same place that Megalith fills for me, where he's a spell aid. He casts your spell, so you don't have to.
Playing Scaverous, I really want that Scarlock. I really want to keep Edmonia.
Oh, I remember why I activated them before I activated my caster, is because I wanted to collect more Fury for Harvest. And I did do that. So now my caster, she's activated. You can see she's walked right up behind that objective. She's trying to keep herself kind of safe from her caster, and also keeping a little away from Deathjack, because there's the possibility now that she could clear stuff to get to me. So she casts her Eruption of Life spell at Blackbane. She hits him, and she straight up murders him, because she hits him for straight dice damage and rolls a 5, and he just dies and turns into a forest that hits nobody else. But I do collect another Fury for that, which puts me back at 1. And now I pop the feat, and then I'm going to activate the wolves here. They're going to run charge, and this is going to do a lot of work. This is going to be super fun. So that guy's charging one of them, and I got to kind of finagle this right. Like, that guy runs just to get out of the way, because he couldn't make a useful charge without blocking other people. This guy's going to charge. He charges right up into there to get one of those dudes. That guy's going to charge up to get another dude. And those are the 3 that are corporeal. So I've charged all of them with somebody. And then I think I may put like a second dude in there just to make sure.
It's a little jank, but we used corpse tokens but turned them over to denote that they were corporeal.
Right. So get in there.
I believe after this I felt really nervous too, because it felt like everything was at least closing in from one side, and I was like,
right.
Oh no.
And then that guy is going to move around so he can start getting ready to get up in there. Yeah, okay, so there we go. I got 3 Mat 8 charge attacks. And it may seem sort of funny to pop the feat just to kill 3 dudes, but
oh man,
a lot of times that's really all you can get out of the feat, like reliably, is like 3 to 5 dudes. And if you can get 3 to 5 dudes in good places and then take out some other guys with them, then that's perfectly fine. That kills.
Oh, sorry, not corpse tokens, focus.
Focus tokens, yeah. So that guy explodes. He takes out his buddy who's standing right next to him. The guy, he just
take that guy out.
Yeah, he takes that guy out. And then those other 2 guys then can make. One guy's got a charge attack against one of those Black Banes, and the other guy can make his normal attack against that Black Bane, because the thing he charged is already dead.
Right.
So I have 2 more chances to kill that guy. He charges that guy. He needs a 5. He misses. So the other guy, the non-charge guy, he's going to attack, which I'm glad I set it up this way. So he hits on a 7 now, which he'll get. And then he dies, and he takes his incorporeal buddy standing next to him with him. So, like, man. I imagine at that point, he's like, "You bastard, why?" Just like to his buddy standing next to him who went corporeal. He's like, "Dude, I told you not to go corporeal. I told you not to do it. Now look what you've done."
Yeah, it was not fun. I was just like, oh, I mismanaged that.
And the cool thing is, it makes this nice little wall of forests. Like all the wolves are standing in it, so you can see them, but you can't see past those forests to anything behind, which
Unless
is super
I toe
handy.
into it.
And then that's all the use I get out of the feat. I get 2 extra forests and kill 4 models with it. But it's
I'd
pretty
say
good.
that's pretty good.
It's not a bad use of the feat. I've had some really good uses of the feat before, and also some really terrible ones. And I think I just run these guys up. Well, they spend almost every turn just running, and whenever I don't run them, I feel sad. So because it doesn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Right.
So there they go. They're all up there. I did all right. I killed some stuff.
Yeah, I was super nervous.
I killed like all the Blackbanes.
I was really kind of stuck on what to do, how to manage things. You can see his arms are still working, so he gets that free 2 focus from his arms. And then it was stupid. It was crazy. It was dumb. But I decided I would kind of play this like I dare you kind of threat game with you, which I probably shouldn't have done.
You thought about it later and decided this was actually a bad idea. So
yeah, but I decided to kind of. But I also thought if I did it and you wanted to deal with them, you would just have to waste time to deal with them.
So yeah, here we go. These 4 Blackbanes run around to just engage my caster, and they're all gonna stand there and be like, "What you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do? Huh? And yeah, my Jack will just kind of toe up in there because there's kind of nowhere else to go.
I think he's engaged already anyway.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna come up here. He's gonna murder that guy.
He's just gonna try to like headbutt him.
Which he gets, I think. Well, there was glare. I didn't see what that second die was. Nope, I think he misses. All right. So now Deathjack is he's gonna position himself so he can get in range of like 1 Skinwalker and my Warjack.
Yeah.
Now you were thinking to use your feet this turn, so you kept all your focus for yourself.
Right.
But it's okay because I think Deathjack still had 2 focus, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1 attack, she
him.
boxcars it and murders that guy, and he's armor 20. So, like your dice -2, so you roll 12 and do 10 damage to him, and he just dies.
All right.
All right, now you're gonna like focus. You get the soul, you heal up. Now you're gonna punch. You're gonna attempt to punch my war beast to death.
Right. I'll get him.
Dice -1. Oh my god. Oh, of course you're gonna roll bonkers damage.
How is that bonkers? You're -1.
You rolled 10. The average is 7. You rolled a 10. Oh my god. You rolled 9. Stop rolling so high. Oh, this is so frustrating.
I think that was for my tusks though.
Oh, that might have been.
No, I don't.
Or no, maybe that was a hit roll because there was a damage roll.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, you punch Megalith a bit. Amazingly, Megalith actually manages to live. I think if you'd given your Jack the full 5 focus, you would have been dead though. Another 2 hits would have. Oh my god, honey, seriously.
I probably should have given him at least 1 or 2 focus, but I was really nervous. Like, how am I gonna defend myself?
So many high damage rolls here. This is just ridiculous.
What can I say?
Not that you're not already in a good position at dice -1, but seriously.
Look, you say that, but really, look over there with Scaverous. There's like nothing protecting me.
I know.
I was worried.
It worked out kind of well for me, but I mean, you didn't actually kill my Warbeast, so I was okay with it.
No, it took 1 more turn, like 1 more hit to actually get it done. And here it goes. Scaverous is not good at doing this, but I decided.
So you get in range, I think, of those 2 dudes.
Yeah, and trying to kind of.
Oh no, you're not in range of that 1 Ravager, but you're in range of that Blood Tracker, I think, on the other side there.
I'm trying not to hit Dara.
Yeah, try not to thresher your Dara. You're gonna collect a couple souls. Try to get in a position to use them next turn. You pop the feet.
I popped the feet right here.
I think you actually catch my caster in it too.
Yeah, we were close enough that I could catch you there.
So, yeah, here, this is an interesting game. You get to see 2 casters that most of the time spend their whole time in the back of the field. Actually get they actually get a little further forward. Like, we're not right up in the front, but we're playing midfield. Oh, see, that guy dies because, like, people always kill my 8 wound models in 1 hit. Like, it's just like it's their job. And you think you hit that girl, and she's gonna go too. Yeah. Oh, and yeah. She goes real bad, and she's in range of the. She's got to be in range of the. Yeah, she is. So I collect a fury or a corpse for her. So.
Right.
Yay!
It's been good, and I'm actually trying to figure out if I should cast something or not.
Yeah.
And I think in the end, I decide not
I'm
to.
surprised. I thought you would cast more spells.
No, even if it is my feet turn, I was still nervous because I realized how many things are up there.
I feel like you used your feet more to be offensive against me than to be like to for that cost increase for me than you used it for yourself.
Right.
Also, I guess for your solos with their spells, but
Right.
yeah, he dies. Derek kills that guy. He's gonna use his spell, which I had the ability to not suffer from it, and I just kind of forgot.
Right.
But whatever. She's gonna walk up. I think she's gonna spray.
Yep.
I hope that's what she's
decide
gonna
to
do.
spray.
I think that's the right choice. If that's not,
Because I'll
yeah.
try to
You're gonna spray
that way.
sideways. I don't think it
Sideways.
kills either of these guys, but it does hit them both and
Right,
corrode them
it'll
both.
Corrode them.
It's actually boosted technically, but you forgot about that. Oh my god.
Right.
Well, okay, that guy takes 6
Yeah, I
damage.
forgot to boost that roll, but I hit it. And I get
That guy
it.
took 6 damage. What the crap? I think he's down to 1 hit point now. I think he's already taken 1 damage
Here
or
I
something.
forget about the extra dice again.
Right, you forget about
and
the extra
now-
die to hit,
now
but
we
you do hit.
remember.
Yeah, then we remember and you roll it and you hit him and then he becomes corroded and he takes no damage. But he's corroded.
But he is
I'm surprised. It seemed to take you a very long time to kill my chieftain. A lot of times my chieftain dies pretty quickly because people don't like him granting brutal charge.
And here my Wither Shadow come around, and they finally decide that they can try to do things.
It took them a long time to get into the game.
I just jammed myself.
I know.
It's bad placement.
Like I said, it happens to everybody. Okay, so
So here,
she's casting spells. We check to make sure that things are in the stealth range. That's what it is. So you're gonna cast a spell. I think Edmonia is gonna at some point she's gonna just remove my upkeep spell.
if not, I've already done it. Because it's just within 5 inches, no target.
So, yeah, if you haven't done it already, you're gonna do it.
And here, I believe I'm using Dark Fire.
Yeah, you dark fire something. I don't remember. Oh no, that was the Puppet Master. Now you're gonna dark fire the tree.
Yeah. Because I did want to get rid of that.
And it's probably gonna kill the tree. Yeah, it kills the tree. But I get a corpse from the tree too.
Which that was surprising for me. I was like, what?
Everyone always forgets that the trees are still alive. They're living warrior models. I still get to collect corpses from them. And when the press gangers kill them, they still get to make a sea dog. So, they stuff my tree into a sack and then let him go and make him into a pirate. It's weird.
This is really stupid.
Oh, yeah, this was kind of an accident. You didn't mean to do this.
I think it's because you said, I could go that far. And I was just like, yeah, why not?
So she runs the pistol wraith way over there.
Way over there. I was like, and in hindsight, that was a terrible idea.
So here I go. I'm kind of like, oh my god, Deathjack, you suck. Why are you the bane of my existence? But man, look at that. I am way... So my Deathjack flank is still there. It hasn't fallen yet.
Right.
So I'm rolling my...
Corrosion.
So anyway, while this is going on, you'll see that some of these go away and some of them don't. Most of them won't. So my Deathjack flank is still intact, but it isn't going anywhere. And my other side is doing really well, and like my little dudes, my shamblers are right up there. They are really far forward, so I'm actually pushing that side of the table along very, very well. So here we go. I'm put back like 3 or 4 more shamblers here, and I'm definitely over the number I started with. I love shamblers; they're hilarious. I can't bring back any dead girls because that spell got purged by ammonia, dispelled.
And the Megalith heals.
And Megalith, he only heals 1 point. Now,
what?
I was disappointed by this because when I looked at Megalith's card, I thought that his mind and his spirit were out, and he only healed 1 point, so I had to take it in the spirit so he could boost. And I was really disappointed because he only healed 1 point and I needed him to heal 2. When I looked at it later, I did in fact realize that his mind was not out, and he had 1 hitbox left in it, but it just looked like it was part of the body track, but it isn't. So I sort of screw myself over with that, and you'll see here in a minute what that does for me.
Okay.
So the blood trackers are going. They're going to just all move up and try to get as many attacks in against their prey targets as possible.
Right, and the forests are gone.
The forests are gone, so they
Already
don't
prayed.
screw me up. I've prayed the Wither Shadow. So I think I start with Edmonia. Because fuck that bitch.
No, yeah, because you realize.
I'm like, fuck
how
that
helpful
bitch.
she is.
I don't like her.
She is my favorite out of all three.
She's probably the most utilitarian. Is she the one that grants Dark Industries?
No, I believe that's a levelless all the way in the back.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't have any I don't have any Warjacks, so I don't care too much about that.
Right.
And they're nowhere near Megalith, so they're not going to be able to charge him and do 1 billion damage. That was a good damage, or no, a hit roll? I don't know what that was. There's the damage roll.
Yeah, yeah.
So I kill
She's,
Edmonia. I think some of these girls in the front stood still to aim, so they're really accurate. They're like Rat 10 right now.
Alright, because you really wanted them gone.
I did. I really hate them so much.
Right.
So 4 damage, so I don't kill that guy, which is unfortunate. But I got more attacks to throw at him. So...
And they have terror, so we did, I think, you did command.
No, yeah, but they don't have reach. And my
No,
girls
right.
stood outside of their
Stood
range,
outside of
so
it.
they didn't have to take a terror check.
Right.
Which is good. There's a lot of scary stuff on this field. Fortunately for me, Deathjack is an abomination, but
Right.
the only things engaging him right now are all fearless.
Fearless,
So
That was a good idea too.
it worked out well. It was definitely the way to do that. Although getting off a nice power spell charge against him would have been good too. Anyway, so...
You were asking about who has Darkfire, but all three of them have Darkfire.
Oh yeah, I was trying to see which one had Darkfire so I could get rid of that guy. Okay, so I just killed that guy, and now there's the one last dude. I'm going to try to kill him.
Which usually people try to kill him first, because he's the one that gives them stealth.
Oh,
As
really?
well as-
I didn't
yeah.
know that he granted them
Yeah,
stealth.
he's the one that grants them stealth.
Oh, well, that is balls. I wish I knew that. All right, so they don't actually...
I thought you knew that.
So the girls don't actually kill all of them, but there's only one left, and like I have a whole bunch of shamblers there to just get into
Right.
his face and then combine melee on him and murder him. So he's not gonna be alive for very much longer.
Yeah, so that whole side kind of disappears for me almost, because eventually you do get rid of that death check. You just kind of wipe it out.
So yeah, I give up my left flank to collapse her left flank, and then I just kind of move over that direction, and I'm gonna try to capture that zone here pretty shortly. So here we go. They all combine. They hit him, and then it's it's like a POW 11. So I killed him.
Yep, he's gone.
Yeah. Combined melee attack, yo. It's a thing. Unfortunately, I feel like I can safely keep the Bokur as far forward as he is right now because you pretty much run out of things that can effectively kill him from range.
Yeah, I run out of things and I can't threaten him with anything.
And I collect 3 for harvest because they were all inside of my range.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm going to activate the wolves, and I think they're going to power swell and murder your jack. So
now you do Eruption of Life on those guys because I was dumb. Well,
am I doing that right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, here it goes. So what I do is, so I've got all of my fury back from harvest, so I cast Eruption of Life for 4, and I don't think I boost it. Or maybe I do boost it.
Either way, I'm distracting you. It was not the smartest idea.
Oh, I do boost it. So I boost it.
Distracting you.
I hit it. It hits the first guy and takes out the next guy, the guy standing next to him. So that's 2 dudes gone.
Yeah.
So that's 2 fury back for me. So I spent 4 fury to cast the spell, and another 1 to boost it.
I'm just like giving you fury.
So that's 5 of my 7 fury, but then I get 2 fury back, and then I can cast the spell again.
Yeah.
So... Oh no, I must have hit 3 guys, because I got 3 fury back. That's what it was. There were 5 dudes there, and then so I hit 3 of them, and then I shoot it at that guy, and it kills him, and it takes out the pistol wraith too. So, which uses all of my fury, but then I get 2 fury back. So, and now my caster is hiding behind that objective inside a forest.
In a forest, yeah. So not the best plan. between spacing and what I put out there, I definitely shouldn't have put out the pistol ray.
So here we go. These guys are charging. I think they're power swelling because I really kind of want to kill that thing. So they're all just going to run in there and do as much damage as possible. So and he charges to the side. I just pile so many dudes onto that thing. I'm like, you're going to die, damn it.
He didn't even do anything. He's just standing there looking pretty.
Yeah, and I'm smart too. I thought I was smart.
What?
Oh, whatever. I could have sworn that guy was touching the zone. We might have done that wrong a little bit, but that guy should have been touching the zone because I was trying to make them all touch the zone so I could score it.
Okay.
So they...
Oh, you get that...
Yeah, they murder the crap out of that. That's like, those are the two guys who didn't charge. They make their combined melee attack together, and they hit him, and they do some damage.
Right.
And then two guys who did charge are going to combine. It makes them a mat 10, so they hit him on a 5.
Right.
And they get him. And then it's 4 dice because they charged. Yeah.
Ow.
Oh my god. 4 dice at dice -3 murders the crap out of that little warjack.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh, he goes away.
Oh, what? You don't feel guilty.
No, not too guilty. Okay, so we may have cheated because I guess when we did the scoring, I thought that guy was touching the zone, so I counted that as my zone scored.
So did I actually win? No.
No, I don't think you did. I don't think you did. Because my caster was... I don't know. Well, I mean, it would have been a bit of a different game, but...
Right. You're rolling 1 die because one of your arms are gone.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I missed. But I used my animus, so I lowered your defense by 2, so I only need a 4 to hit you, so I roll a 1 twice.
Oh, man.
My mind is gone. Except so this is where I thought my mind was gone, but my mind wasn't actually gone. Right. And when I look back on this in hindsight, I realized I shouldn't have actually done it this way anyway.
Yeah.
I should have not cast my animus. I should have just attacked and then boosted the attack to get my 2 dice, and I would have had a better chance to hit that way than the way I did it, and would have spent less fury. So here we go. These guys are all going to run around a little bit. And they're not going to get charge attacks. They're just going to move and try to encircle Deathjack as much as possible. And then try to punch him to death. I did finally hit Deathjack at the last attack, and I did some damage. I think I actually did. I rolled like an 11, so I actually did like 5 or 6 damage to him. And put the weight of stone on him so these guys can hit him basically no problem. They just need not snake eyes. So here we go. This is the part where that I did in a slightly wrong order because I forgot that I was thinking I should kill Dara first. So these 2 guys over on the far right, they are -2 damage because I forgot to kill Dara. So, and they actually land a couple of decent hits on him. So, like, we record the damage and then later on we remember that Dara is there, so we take 4 damage back off.
Right. Which
is sort of frustrating, but so here we go. I do this and then I charge Dara, and he charges her, and he charges him. So my chieftain's the only one who gets the charge bonus, and now we're going to take Dara right off the damn field. Yep, I hit him. Power 15, boy. Bitch. Yeah, you dead. You dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, straight dice does 11 damage. Kills him. Now no more Dara. There's still 1 Bile Thrall, but he's not really going to do anything. Okay, so...
Yeah, this is where you were trying to manage Beyond Death.
Yeah, this is us trying to, like, figure out how to do the Beyond Death damage. And anyway, so... the guy who... They both miss their targets. Like, he misses... The guy at the top, he misses the Warwitch Siren. The guy below him misses the Bonejack, so... Right. Now it's your turn again. Oh yeah, at this point we counted me as having scored a point because we thought that guy was touching the zone. He was supposed to be, I swear. That's what I was trying to do with him.
It's okay. Brain fart.
Alright, anyway, so...
So you go, I needed a 7 to hit that guy with the rip jaw.
I think once again you didn't give any more focus to Deathjack. You're just going to kind of let him do what he does. I hate how Deathjack can...
Because I really wanted to either keep it for spells or, you know, just keep up my armor.
I love, despite all the spells that my caster cast that turn, she's still sitting on, like, 3 Fury. So. It's
painful.
God, pMorvannah 1 is so so durable if you play her right. She's just really hard to kill.
And here I'm trying to spray with my one last Bile Thrall.
Oh yeah, you're gonna purge a few things. I think you might actually hit Deathjack and corrode him too.
Yeah, at this point I don't care.
Yeah.
If it happens, it happens. I'm like, whatever, Deathjack, you survived this long, you'll be okay.
Yep. It's also going to catch those two Bile Thrall, or those, not Bile Thralls, those two Shamblers that are engaging your caster. I'm like, I'm going to engage your caster! And then they just die. And I'm like, okay, never mind! Pro tip of the day, kill all the Bile Thralls when you go to attack them. Don't let any just live.
I thought you did, but
there was one left. He just got to do another purge. Bile Thrall purges are always useful.
He takes dice -8.
Oh, yeah, so he takes no damage.
Yeah.
Dice -8, still no damage.
Right on that 8.
Yeah, you rolled an 8 both times.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
There we go.
Yeah, it's dice -9. You actually do 2 damage to Megalith. You take his spirit out again, which is annoying.
Oh, did you want that?
I was like, I need this. I need this.
No, you don't.
I need this for doing stuff.
Don't.
Yeah, if I'd remembered that if I'd actually realized that Megalith's mind was out, I might have been able to kill Deathjack that turn, maybe. But
I don't think so.
I might have been able to. He was still half alive. I might have been able to boost like a bunch of damage into him and.
Maybe.
Whatever. That would have been a really different game if I'd actually managed to kill Deathjack here. That would have been an assured victory at that point instead of like a close victory like it ended up being.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Go.
What is this against?
I think it was damage.
Yeah, it was damage on your Ripjaw. Okay, here we go. Now this is really cool what she's about to do here. So she's gonna walk Deathjack over. She's gonna take a free strike, maybe 2 free strikes. 2 free strikes. Should be. So I'll roll those here in a second. So come on, Jeremy, roll.
But I'm rolling.
Why are you rolling?
I'm attacking first.
That's not right. Oh no, that's right. I remember what happened. Deathjack telekinesis himself over to that spot, so he didn't take a free strike. He punches my Warjack my Warbeast in the face, finishes it off. He's gonna punch one of those dudes in the face, finish it off.
Right, and then heal myself.
Right, punches it in the face, does enough damage to kill it, even if that guy were at full life, which I don't think he was. You heal for another 5 damage. My
it's been
God.
Good.
When do you not heal for 4 or more damage on Deathjack?
A lot of times.
Just never against me. And then she punches the last guy.
Yep.
She hits. And
just headbutting him with the tusks.
And she manages to kill him with the tusks. Like,
yeah, another
so
soul.
She has done all of this on
one heal.
like without having to buy anything, like without having to buy any attacks. It's kind of crazy. So she's still got like a focus, but she can't really do anything with that. So
is she a focus? It would have.
Oh no, it would have been 2 focus.
It costs 2, and then it's
you gave him 1 focus. That's what it was, because you used 2 focus to get over there. You used your 3 initial attacks to kill all the guys.
Because I had the extra from the souls.
Yep, and then now you go. And you telekinesis one of these dudes right out of the zone. That guy. You telekinesis him, and he goes backward and gets turned around. So now he's no longer in that zone.
Yep.
So that was pretty sweet. Deathjack telekinesis himself over, kills 3 guys, telekinesis a guy out of the zone.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet tech right there.
It's been good.
This girl does another brilliant thing. She's gonna not charge. She's just gonna walk, and she's speed 7.
Right.
And it's a little deceptive at the camera angle, but that dude is definitely within 7 inches. So she's gonna... And she has parry, so she just walks past that guy, gets face to face with him, and seduces him. And unfortunately for me, my skinwalkers are speed 7 for a round because they took damage last round, so...
Yeah, so speed 7.
So this skinwalker's gonna walk 7 inches away from the zone and turn himself around and make an attack against nothing. And I'm just like, oh my God, the zone is emptying. She's gonna score it. And strangely, your caster doesn't get into the zone. But he charges that, or he walks over to that. Oh no, you walk away from that guy. He takes a free strike.
Right.
against you, which he misses.
From that Shambler, just...
No, not the Shambler.
Yeah, I took a free...
Oh, the Shambler, you're right,
I took a free strike from the Shambler.
And you're still in the melee range of the Chieftain.
Right.
And you're Threshering, I think.
I don't...
So you miss the Chieftain, and you hit that guy, and I think he's got like 1 hit point left. And he dies. Right? Yeah, he dies. I'm quite sure this guy is dead. Jeremy, just take him off the table. He's got to be dead. Maybe? I guess he's not dead. Alright.
I think he took damage.
Alright, whatever. And then you telekinesis yourself into the zone, and all my stuff is out of the zone. So you score 2 points.
Oh.
And I score another point.
Oh.
But technically, again, we're cheating because technically that guy who should have been on the zone wasn't actually touching it. But
right.
So I guess I cheated to win this one. I'm sad.
It's okay. It's all right, Jeremy. But that was fun telekinesis shenanigans.
It was. That was pretty sweet. That's the strength of your caster right there.
Yeah, Scaverous.
This scenario ability with telekinesis. It's one of the most powerful spells in the game, and it's so good. So I'm gonna have my guys walk back into the zone. They're still speed 7, so they get back into the zone, and I think they're going to attack your War Witch Siren and try to finish her off. I think I get her, because they combine.
Right.
And kills her.
POW 15 straight dice.
No, POW 13 is straight dice.
Is it 13?
Yeah, POW 13, but
Sorry.
she's only armor 13 anyway, so
right.
I do 6 damage to her, she dies.
Your corrosions.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do the corrosion rolls. And Eric reminded me of this at this point. That guy over there dies because the corrosion got him.
Yeah, corrosion.
Okay, what are we doing now? Yeah, so they killed her. I go back to my turn. So they killed her. Then they're gonna think about what to do with their lives. The guy who actually killed her, like, he couldn't heal because he was already at full life. So I never get to use that heal ability that they have. And he swings at that Bonejack and misses. So
it's been good Ripjaw.
Stupid Ripjaws. Alright, my caster now, she's gonna charge a dude to get into the zone.
Right. Which I didn't even know you could do something like that.
Yeah, you can charge your own dudes. So she charges that guy, pokes him in the back, he dies.
Oh, he got betrayed.
Oh God! Why, MOrvannah? Why?
But that was pretty cool. Like, I didn't know that was something you could do.
She recasts Regrowth onto my girls. There we go. And then she's gonna sit there and dominate the zone for another couple points here. So
the game's really winding down.
Yeah, but it's been a good game.
It's been interesting.
So I think this guy's gonna walk over here and try to punch this Archnode to death. He hits it. So he charges. Yeah, he's still charged. The Chieftain has never lived this long for me before. Oh my God, that was an awful damage roll. It's dice +1 though, so that might actually get it. It's another 7 damage to either Jack. Does it actually not take it out? Oh, it doesn't. Dang it. Oh, why my damage rolls fall down on me sometimes. Shamblers are gonna go, and I decide to get cute and fancy with it and try to walk them, which was a terrible idea, just so I can see if I can get this guy close enough to stationary your caster, and then I'm not anywhere near, and and I feel sad. I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was an awful idea.
What am I going to do? Charge up to you and thresher you?
No, but if I just stationary your caster, I could have shot him easier. So anyway, what's happening here? Okay.
Activating your girls.
So yeah, they all just walk and don't do anything useful. I'm gonna activate the blood trackers here in a minute. Yeah, there they go. They're gonna walk. So I think at this point, Scaverous is my prey target. So they're just gonna walk. That one girl can walk a long way. Here are the other ones. Yep. They're just gonna get as far over as they can to try and make attacks. Now they're gonna start throwing.
Gonna throw.
Okay, here we go. I throw at Scaverous. I'm in his back arc, so I'm at 10 against him. And I hit him because he's only defense 14. And I actually do a solid damage roll against him.
Yeah.
So I actually put 5 damage on his Scaverous. He's got like 20 boxes though, right?
Can't remember if it's 20.
It's a lot of boxes.
20,
yeah, it's a lot of boxes. It's more than most Cryx casters have.
Yeah.
Although Cryx casters are surprisingly durable, which is really annoying. It's not bad. It's bad enough that they already have really good spells. Why do they all have to be durable?
You know, I was looking at P. Denny's spell list.
Okay, so here we go. Because I'm still thinking in the mindset. I forgot to move. I forgot to move one of those little shamblers. But anyway, yeah. At this point, I'm still thinking in the mindset of like I want to keep all these guys in this zone so I can score, just like I was thinking last turn. But this time, I actually put them all into the zone. So this turn, I'm not technically cheating. I'm actually doing the thing that I thought I was doing last turn. So now it's her turn. I've got 2 Skinwalkers left, and Deathjack can easily walk over there and get them both.
Right. Here we're getting a little bit complicated.
Okay, so...
This is just kind of like a crazy last chance.
Oh, yeah.
Last stand kind of maneuver.
Your Jack walks over, and
I need a 7. Yeah, here we go. I just...
Okay,
just
your Jack didn't do anything. He just walks over and does nothing. Okay, so...
Which was a little upsetting. Oops.
Now Scaverous, he charges, and he's going to Thresher. And he clips my 3 remaining models in that zone. He misses the Chieftain.
Oh man, it's been tough.
Which is unfortunate.
Right. And then from here on out, I try to like buy attacks to kind of clear the space.
Okay. You missed that guy.
Yep.
Because you're only at 6.
Right? He's not the best offensive
No,
hitter.
he's not the best melee monster in the world. But that Thresher can be handy though, since it lets him collect a bunch of souls.
Right, lets him kind of clear places, collect souls.
Oh, your caster's knocked down now, so he stops making attacks.
Scaverous he's
I
tired.
Yeah, you hit one, or you missed. I think you just missed like all the guys there. Like I think you just missed everything that you threshered.
It was pretty bad.
That was not the best. Okay, so
I buy another attack.
Yeah, it hits him. He's only got 1 hit point left, and you hit him with straight dice, so he just dies. You make another attack against that guy, and your dice minus like 6, so you boost on him, and you do 5 more damage.
Right.
He's not dead though.
Nope, he's got 1 more.
You do make the smart decision not to attack the leader, because if you'd attacked the leader and not killed him, he would have punched you. Like he would have hit you with his staff thingy, his halberd, his poleaxe. That's what it is.
I have 2 focus left.
Oh,
so,
there he goes. You do hit him that time and kill him.
So what happens here is I kind of listened to a suggestion to use telekinesis.
Just a telekinesis. Oh, that's right.
Instead of attacking, but I probably should have just attacked instead of trying to telekinesis out of the zone.
I still think that the telekinesis was the better choice. It was just unfortunate that it missed.
It was
okay,
super unfortunate.
So we're doing the souls here. Deathjack got 1 soul because one dude was closer to him. Your caster got 2 souls.
Right. I use that soul.
And you tried to telekinesis there, and you miss.
Fail.
You only needed a 5, but if you telekinesis him out of the zone, you would have scored 2 more points.
Right.
And he was like at full life. I don't think you were gonna get him in 1 shot. So
I telekinesis.
Deathjack, you telekinesis Deathjack,
and then he
runs. Or he runs over there. There you go. And then that's your turn. So yeah. So now you've got Deathjack in my caster's face.
Yep.
So though, and I didn't score that turn, but I'm already up to 4 points. Because I dominated that turn, and I had scored 2 points before, though technically cheating. But if that guy had been like a half-inch over like I thought he was, then I would be up to 4 points now. And I'm like, well, I could try to kill your caster, though that seems a little iffy since I don't know if I can get enough things in range to get him. I could try to kill Deathjack, but that seems really iffy since I've been trying to kill him all game, and it's not doing anything.
No.
So I just decide, well, I only need 1 point to win, so I'm just going to kill that objective and get my point. And so that's what I'm going to try to do here. These girls, the objective is not their prey, so they are at dice minus 9 on their damage rolls against it. But they hit on not Snake Eyes because it's stationary.
Right.
So they're all going to throw. Oh, and I also use my regrowth on them to bring them all back at full, like bring them back up to the full strength of the unit. And here they go. No damage. So hit. No damage. Oh, that was a good one. 3 ones. I love it. It's okay. I have a whole bunch of things that can attack this.
Right. It's not a problem.
My secondary plan, should I fail to kill that thing this turn, is that I'm going to have pMorvannah do as much damage as possible to Deathjack attacking it, and then save 1 fury to make a transfer, because when she hits something with her sword, she puts the Harrow effect on it, which means that she is allowed to make 1 transfer to that model the next time she takes damage. So I'm just going to do as much damage as I can to Deathjack and then save 1 fury and be like, do you want to hit me, Deathjack? Do ya? Do ya? It's like, yeah, Deathjack, you hit me at dice plus 5. That'll hurt you. I think I finally do. Nope, there's still no damage. They just like, I get through most of the unit before they actually do anything. I hit, and that does some damage. It's one damage. Not great. Yeah, they didn't do much. I think altogether that whole unit put 5 damage on the thing.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Moving your shamblers.
The shamblers don't have enough room to charge, and a lot of them are not facing it anyway, so they're just gonna walk. So I can walk a couple over there. I walk 1 dude over there to contest the zone, so that way you don't score at the end of the turn and defeat me anyway. Oh wait, you can't.
I see it.
No, you can't anyway because I already have a dude there. I still don't know why I walked that guy over there. I'm being weird. Maybe just to engage your arc node. So they're gonna do a 6-man combine. They automatically hit, and then it's like POW 14.
Alright.
So it does some damage.
I think you still don't kill it, so you're moving up.
Yeah, I still don't kill it, so now the Wolves of Orboros are going to charge it. And it's a large base, so I can see it over the top of my other dudes. And I'm just going to pile in as many Wolves of Orboros as I can possibly fit. Get in there, guys, get in there. Yeah, those dudes run. And I still forgot that little shambler in that zone a second time. He just gets to sit there the whole time and do nothing.
I thought that was on purpose.
The first guy hits and auto hits and kills it.
Kill it.
Does the last few points of damage to take it out.
There you go.
Yeah. There's my silly victory pose, but it's a fun game. For me, at least.
For you, at least.
Oh, I made you cry.
All right, so here we are.
Hey.
Hey guys.
So what a game, man! You guys, it was a lot closer than I know. We tried to record it once and didn't go so hot, but it was much better this time.
It was much better this time,
So
and
we cheated at the end.
we all sort of the game sort of fell apart a bit at the end, and we were all sort of cheating. So like the first big one was that I thought that all of my wolves were in the zone, but the one dude was about a half an inch out of the zone, and none of us caught that. So we just assumed that they were there, and I scored twice. So I was 2 points up further ahead at the end of that game than I should have been. But then Deathjack did some things that were illegal, like
teleporting and then running.
Telekinesis and then running.
Yeah, he cast telekinesis on himself and then ran, but he can't do that.
He doesn't have the focus too, so.
No. I mean, even if he had the focus, he still can't do that because if you run, that's the only thing you're allowed to do that turn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we were talking before about how like that telekinesis trying to get that guy out of your zone was like you only needed 5. Like that was kind of the deciding factor. We were like we kind of knew which way the game was gonna go if you didn't clear that zone.
I know, it's just a 5.
Just a 5.
Deathjack also ran through water, and he doesn't have Pathfinder or Amphibious,
he
so he would have slowed down there. Yeah. And we also forgot to make an abomination check because he ended within 3 inches of at least one Wolf of Orboros, and they needed to make a check.
Yeah.
But
I knew the game was going. It was coming to. The time was running out, and you guys had to. We were trying to hurry up and get it done.
I know.
So.
Get it done.
Yeah. It was already long enough. So it sort of fell apart a little bit at the end there. But when she failed to get that 5 to telekinesis the guy out of the zone, that was kind of the end of the game. But that game was a lot closer than I think you thought it was going to be. And yeah, you lost all your guys on that one side of the field, but Deathjack just would not die. Like he was just being a gigantic butt.
Yeah,
the whole time.
How do you like that shenanigans?
Yeah, it just reminds me of why I need to take Deathjack in every list against
So the 3 deaths, the 3 deaths is what I had to deal with in that game. I had Deathjack with Death Ward protected by Beyond Death.
All the death.
All the death. Too much death, and you just can't kill Deathjack anymore, which is ironic. With this just too much death, and then he just won't die. It's just like
it's too much death. They can't
just
add
too
any
much
more
death.
death.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's the worst. I hate him. I hate him so much.
Yeah. So an official grudge match.
Actually, you know another really cool thing. I think that Deathjack is super amazing with Scaverous because of that whole death ward thing, making him so hard to kill, and he can also cast his controller spells, and his Scaverous has a good selection of spells to cast, but also. I'm pretty sure that it works this way, that when he uses his feat, and it says that Scaverous gets to cast his spells for 1 less, I think that affects Deathjack too, because Deathjack's rule says when he casts the spell, his controller is considered to have cast it.
That's true. I actually asked that on the forums, and everyone is saying, no, that's actually not how it is.
Really?
Because he's not the actual model that casts it, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
I said
It
I would
seems
argue
like
the
it
same
should,
thing. I would
right?
argue the same thing.
Seems like it should.
I know. Imagine Deathjack casting like telekinesis 5 times and 5 different models with all the focus on him.
Well, yeah,
That'd
but
be sick.
I mean, even if you just take Deathjack and you don't give him any focus, like you can still potentially cast under the feat turn. You can still potentially cast telekinesis 8 times. Once from Deathjack, actually 9 times. Once from Deathjack, once from a Scarlock Thrall, and 7 times from Scaverous, and it'd just be insane.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just gonna.
And then charge him with Crow's Cutthroats.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like rearrange the battlefield to be more the way that I want it.
Yeah, it's funny because I used to not like to. I didn't like taking arc nodes when I first started playing Cryx. I hated wasting. I feel like I was wasting the 4 or 5 points. And once I got Scaverous, I really started understanding why you need him. And ever since then, I've started playing him a lot more. But it took Scaverous sort of to convince me to start taking, because with the telekinesis, it was just stupid. You need him.
It really is.
Because it took me a while to learn that, hey, when you get your caster up within 8 inches, because he's got to cast those spells, you tend to get assassinated a lot.
Actually, yeah, that's true. Which brings me to kind of another point. Like, I think that a lot of people who complain about Scaverous being not a very good caster are sort of like focusing in on the wrong things that he does. Because I know that a lot of people complain about him because they say that he's not very good at using Excarnate. Like if he walks up, he uses Excarnate to get a Bile Thrall in an amazing spot, and then you get a super good purge, and then he dies because he's too far forward and can't back off.
That's not how you use it. No.
But of course, like, he's not Epic Asphyxious. That's not what he's supposed to do. Like, so just don't use him that way. And I think he's still a perfectly legitimate caster. Just ignore Excarnate. It's just a trap. Just don't use that spell.
It's true.
He is super survivable. You put Death Ward on him, and you have
Admonia.
Admonia can upkeep it for free, and then he just camps his focus. Yeah, good luck damaging him at all.
Well, yeah, he's like base armor 17, and then you can like have Beyond Death, protecting him, and then you can have Admonia keeping a spell on him. Or if Admonia dies, you can just have like the Scarlock Thrall casted on him again every turn, and then he just camps his 7. He becomes armor 24, and then he's then 26 with Death Ward, and then if Beyond Death is keeping him safe, then he's effectively like a 28. And you're just like, you're not gonna kill that guy. He's like a mini Terminus. He's like, whatever. I'm just gonna sit here.
And he can have that every turn. It's not like Terminus where you'd have to kill a lot of stuff. He can just do it.
I had her do that to me actually in a couple of games where just like it gets down to like just him, and she's like, I'm just gonna put Death Ward on myself, and I'm just gonna walk
up and just start threshing.
He's gonna thresher some stuff, and then
that's what I told her when she was playing the game. I was like, you just need to let him just enter into that zone. You just need to thresher everything over and over and over, or go over to where his caster was, that area, and just start threshering through all of his stuff. Yeah. Bring them all back. I don't care. I'll get all the souls.
It's okay though. If it gets down to that, if it gets down to just like caster on caster, I think my caster still wins because I'm just gonna like poke him once, and then I'll have the Harrow effect on him and be like, all right, I have 1 Fury. You gonna attack me, boy? You gonna do it? Huh? God. But when you're playing against Scaverous, though, I'm definitely beginning to find that there's some things like you really need to get rid of his support models. You need to kill Admonia. You need to kill that Scarlock Thrall. You need to engage those Arc Nodes at the very least, if not kill them. And you need to kill Deathjack. Deathjack needs to die.
And Darragwrath, probably.
And Darragwrath.
It was a good list. I mean,
but
it really
like
was.
all those things though, they're all like super strong spell support. He's a really strong spellcaster, and like when he gets a free upkeep and gets a free casting of a spell every turn, and he has Arc Nodes to cast his spells all over the place, and he has the Deathjack to cast more of his spells for him, that's just like his spell power becomes a little absurd.
Yeah,
he can affect the battlefield so much.
Well, I know you had this is one of your first games with Darragwrath. I mean, what did you think of him? I mean, once you kind of learned to sort of how to use his spells and abilities and things like that.
Yeah, I found him really helpful. I really like that Beyond Death, especially when I have kind of those lower defense, lower armor models to have that kind of protecting them a little bit. And then, yeah, having that with Deathjack was pretty awesome just to give him that, buff.
Yeah,
buffer
and when you
area.
actually use the ability and you remember that it's in play, unlike me where I used it in my last game with Austin, I forgot and lost all his models, it can make a big difference in the game.
So what do you feel about that Battle Wizard, though? Like, it's pretty sweet, but it can sometimes be a bit of a risky gamble.
Yeah, sometimes you think, I'm going to charge that thing and I'm going to kill it, wipe it off, and then I'll be able to cast out another spell, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way.
You fail to kill it and you're like, oh.
It's nice that he has the mount, because sometimes you, like when you did the charge, you're like, oh, you missed, and you're like, Snake Eyes, you're like, well, hit with the mount, and it hits. And it's like, it has a chance of killing stuff. I've had several games where I've failed the initial charge and then hit with the mount, and then able to pull it off.
Of course, he is a POW 14 reach, like Matt 10 or something like that when he charges. I mean, he doesn't fail to kill things a lot, but
I wish he had Thresher too. Honestly, with the
oh
big
my God,
anything with a sickle needs to have Thresher. I mean,
no,
because he's on a horse and he'll just be like,
right?
No.
Yeah.
Him, because then you could actually run a list. It'd be really funny with all Thresher lists. You could do Tartarus, you could do Scaverous, you could do, if Derek Wrath had it, you could do Derek Wrath. The Harrowers have Harrows have Thresher. Do that and they have reach. Oh my gosh, it'd be hilarious.
So what'd you think of going up against my list? Like all the dudes. That is probably the most dudes you're ever going to see from me in a single game.
It was just like our last game a few seasons ago with the Denny.
Except even worse. Because in that game I at least had like a war beast to, like a stalker to kill things. But
yeah, somebody's had Megalo.
Now, so, like, I don't think that I'd play this list the way that it is, like, seriously. I put this list together mainly just to see, like, well, what happens if it's just all the dudes? Like, if I can get as many dudes in here as possible.
No, yeah,
it's pretty good. 5 units, though. It's a lot.
Yeah, I was really concerned about you either clocking or really making this episode super long. So,
I had to practice this list a lot to just even be able to play it quickly enough to play it on the show. But
and of course, the game with the Shamblers, they kind of do their job as far as, like, making more and stuff. It really helps. I mean, that list is just sick. I mean, being able to just recycle things.
I mean, I've got a more serious version of this list where I only have like 3 units, like 1 small based, 1 medium based, and then the Shamblers, and I think it would work a lot better. And I think I also take the Witch Doctor in that list, because the more I think about it, the more I really want to play the Witch Doctor with the Shamblers, because he can make the Shamblers tough. I mean, they're already undead, but he can make them tough, and then they're hard to get rid of. And more importantly, he has Sack Strike, and then the Shamblers are friendly faction to him, so he can sack them, and they're armor 13, and Sack Strike auto hits things. So it's just an auto hitting POW 13. Seems pretty simple.
I thought you might do that to the objective. I thought you might have them kind of do a combo attack if that didn't work, have him sack and do some more damage.
Well, I mean, I didn't have him in this game, but that is a thing I would do.
Well, the other thing too, I'm trying to think with I forgot where I was going with that.
Plus, it gives her even more strength against Cryx, because Dominate Undead can actually be surprisingly useful against Cryx when you take control of, like, some of those solos that you've got. Like, actually, taking control of, like, a Pistol Wraith can be really funny.
Yeah.
Or, like, taking control of like a War Witch Siren, and you have her, like, do her Shadowbind attack against something.
I was thinking the Bokur sacking it and doing that. I thought he had that ability.
No, he doesn't have Sack Strike. No, he only has 1 spell. It's range 3. It's Hand of Glory. And he's just stationary is a thing that he hits with it. Which is what I was trying to do to your caster, and that was just a terrible idea. I should have just ran them over there and been like, ah!
Oh, I was gonna say, I kind of wish that they had the rule that if you have a model that loses both its corpse and its soul, it's removed from play. Like, for example, if a model gets its corpse and a model gets its soul, what is there to bring back?
Yeah, I know. Really,
actually,
seriously,
that is hilarious. I do love that. Like,
that needs to be a thing.
Like,
okay, Mark 3.
Deathjack,
right?
in that game we were playing, Deathjack could have walked over to one of my blood trackers. He could have punched her in the face, taken her soul, and then, like, my Bokur could have taken her corpse, and then next turn, Deathjack gets a focus, my Bokur gets another Shambler, and I could still revive her. I'd be like, yeah, you suck it.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. What is this, like Wolverine? As long as 1 molecule survives, I can regrow. That's stupid. Okay. So anyway,
it is fun.
Enough ranting.
Oh yeah, the Bokur works so amazingly good with pMorvannah. Like, I really love pMorvannah. I think she's a really powerful caster. I think she's really good, but she is really, unfortunately, very susceptible to purification, which kind of sucks. But
Yeah, well, I think most casters are too. Kind of.
Well, like a lot of upkeep dependent, a lot of heavy casters are that way, which kind of blows. So like, if you take her to like a tournament, you have to play like list chicken with her, because you know you'll play, and she's like, and for that reason, she's like really bad against Menoth because they've got like 3 purification casters, and one of them has a 20-inch control range, and you just can't you can't not play pMorvannah against Harbinger and ever expect to do well. Like, it just will not happen. Just like, oh, that's cute. You think you have spells? No.
Man, I wish we recorded the game that I played against Jose, Edeni versus Harbinger. That was the most epic victory for Cryx I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I charged this Harbinger, hit it, and teleported like behind me, like, so, and Nightmare had already prayed her, and he was standing right next to the Wraith Engine, which dropped her armor by 2, and then Nightmare just charged it and just wrecked her face like I've never seen.
That's pretty
It
sweet.
Was the coolest victory I've had. So anyway, the only thing better, I'm telling you,
You're definitely a Timmy.
Knock a Menoth caster into a rack and blow it up and he dies. I'm telling you, you do that, you win War Machine. That's how you win. If you've ever had that happen, if you've ever had that, I'm telling you.
You don't have to play the game anymore.
You don't have to play anymore. Yep. Sell your models. You're done. You get it. We'll make a plaque for you. We'll send it to you. You won the War Machine. So we'll present it to you on the show if you want to come in.
Yeah. Send us some kind of documented proof, like a signed affidavit from both players that this in fact happened, and we will give you an award.
Yeah.
You know what would be a great game format? What if we had a board where it was nothing but racks all over the place, and you're playing through, and like if they get destroyed, they blow and create those like 5-inch explosions, and like that's just the like most of the terrain on the board, and we just do. Oh my gosh,
that would actually
like a game
be
format.
So sweet.
You could like start throwing stuff.
They're like landmines. They're just
yeah,
scattered
all
everywhere.
over the place.
Oh my god, that would be so cool.
Pretty fun, actually.
Let's see, what is it? You can't shoot racks, but you can target them with spells.
You can't. They can't be. They can't be targeted by anything, I think, or attacks unless if they have that, or they can't be. Maybe it's ranged attacks, but if they have the focus on them. I don't remember if they can be.
No, I
targeted
think
by
they just can't be targeted by. I think they just can't be targeted by range attacks at all. Like just in general.
No, they can. They can if they don't have the focus on.
No,
them.
I think that's just the new Resident.
No, I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure that's it. Where's Jose when we need
it is
him?
a giant, confusing blob of text that's like this big. So.
But I don't know. Yeah, so maybe we'll come up with a game for it. One game where it's just nothing but racks all over the place, and nobody can pull focus from them.
Well, you know what?
You know what?
We should have Jose buy all those because Epic Resnick he has a tier list where racks become field allowance unlimited. So
are you serious?
Yeah, and he can take as much focus from them in the first turn as he wants. So we should just have him buy all that stuff for his tier list, and then we'll just use it for the show.
So upcoming. Okay, well speaking of upcoming too, because I know we got to get out of here. But the next game we got coming on is we got another special guest player with us. His name is Brad. He comes and plays in our meta. I'm telling you, for me, he's the most fun guy I've ever played against. I enjoy playing against him more than anybody else because we just joke the whole time. This is one of those guys where when you play, you just want to have a beer and just joke. Like your games may take forever, and for some reason, he and I always get paired against each other in tournaments. Always, like first round, boom.
That's always good.
We went to War Machine Weekend. We joined this thing. It was like 50 players, and like game 1, we're watching them put down the papers, and we're like, you got placed yet? No, I haven't placed yet. And he gets to like the last table, and I'm like, how much you bet you versus me? He goes, no, and it's like, Eric, Brad, we started laughing the whole time we're playing. We're just cracking up. We're making jokes. The people next to us are like, what the heck are they even doing? You know, and we're like, you know, but he's just a blast player, and he plays Cryx and Legion both like me, so we have a lot in common. But
yeah, actually, we had a really fun game like one time when he was playing Legion, and like it was one of the most fun, like one of the funniest experiences I've ever seen. Like I had like Epic Kruger like way up the board, and like I was making jokes about how like Ravagers are really bad in melee because they're mat 5, and he's like, whatever, I'm gonna show you, and he charges this one Ravager at Kruger, and it fails to hit him like at all, and he's like, whatever, I got this. He charges the other Ravager at Kruger, it also fails to hit him, and I'm just like, so what were you saying about Ravagers being really good in melee? Like, what was that? Like,
so, yeah, but you know, like I said, he
or Ravagors. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Ravagors.
We just have so much fun. But he's gonna be playing in the next episode, and believe me, this is an episode you don't want to miss. There's ridiculousness galore in this, and I'm telling you, this is one of the craziest episodes I've had to edit because I can't believe what happened, and you guys won't either. So. So he's playing, just to give you a heads up, he's playing P. Denegra, I'm playing Saren. And so we're swapping it up, and because man, we've had like Cryx in the last like 4 or 5 episodes, and
Yeah.
so and it'll and then after that we're gonna do.
There's gonna be Cryx in the one after that too.
We're gonna do a team game 2 versus 2. It's gonna be our Lovebirds here versus Jose and come on guys, I'm writing him. Creepy. No, so it's gonna be these 2 against Jason and Jose.
The other Lovebirds.
Yeah, so I won't spoil any of that stuff for you. We'll talk more about that in the next.
They're not
episode.
gonna win. That's they're not gonna.
And we also have coming up. We got a Circle faction focus. It's actually going to be a 2-parter because round 1 we're going to talk about all the casters. Part 2 we're going to talk about other stuff you want to consider taking if you're starting.
I just love to hear the sound of my own voice.
Apparently, and we got 2 model reviews coming up too. So lots of stuff coming your way.
I still love to hear the sound of my own voice.
So lots of stuff coming up. So, but thank you guys for joining. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Our first ever grudge match, and our official grudge match anyway. And we'll, of course, now they're going to be teammates in the next game. So,
you know what? I know what our next grudge match should be.
What's that?
It should be Battle of the Hellmouths. I'll play Cassius. You play Efric Negra. We'll just see who can Hellmouth better.
Yeah.
No.
So.
Oh, okay, fine.
Save me, Eric.
I can't help you, man.
She doesn't even want to play against me anymore. I burned that bridge.
Yeah, halfway through, it won't be you playing more, it'll just be me.
It's like, this is the point at which Eric took over.
Like, well, that's weird. At the end, why did Eric's winning video play?
You can see that it got a lot worse. Like, he stopped doing very well.
Oh, boo. All right, well, thanks again for guys tuning in. We'll see you guys again on the next episode of Counter Slam.